My name is Grace, and today we're going to enjoy a short chair yoga practice. Now, this practice can be done if your mobility is limited and being on the floor is challenging for you, or this is a great practice to do while you're at work, or some of these postures you could even do while you're stopped in the car or waiting for the next part of your day to unfold. So, we're going to get started. Find a position in the chair where your feet can be flat on the floor. So if you're sitting all the way back and leaning back, maybe you just scoot yourself up to the edge of the chair. Feet are flat on the floor. Place the hands right above the knees with the palms down. This is great for grounding energy, and you can press into the tops of the legs with the hands and use that as a contact point to lift up through the top of the head. Take a moment, close the eyes or soften the gaze, and begin to breathe deeply. If it's accessible to you, in and out the nose. With each inhale, gently push the palms into the tops of the legs and lift up. And with each breath out, feel the shoulders roll away from the ears. Inhale into your length, your height. With each breath out, exhale into the ease, the softness. Check in with the quality of the breath. Notice the length and the texture of it. Does the breath flow through you smoothly, or are there jagged edges? Take in as much information as possible about your current state of being. Notice areas of tension, areas of sensation, and areas of openness. Begin to deepen the breath a little bit more. Smooth out the jagged edges and find a rhythm with the breath, something that will carry you through the course of this practice, freely and lifted. Deep breath in. Let it all out. On the next inhale, shift yourself forward to a flat back. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe look up at the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, lean back and round the back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward, lift the heart. Exhale, round the back. And just begin to flow through this a few times. Move with the breath. A little seated cat-cow. Last time, inhale forward, exhale back, pause here, breathe in to roll the spine up, and as you do, roll the shoulders back, and we'll do this a few times. So roll back for 5, roll back for 4, roll it back for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to stick with the same forward and back movement, but now add the arms in. Inhale, take the hands out to the sides, palms up, lean back, lift the heart. Exhale like you're diving in a pool, palms face down, chin to chest, round. Inhale, up, lift the heart. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Breathe in, soak up the sun, spread the fingers wide.
Exhale, midsection contracts. If you want to feel more invigorated, you can
Speed up this movement.
Last time,
Inhale, open up.
exhale, round the back. Drop the hands down to the lap. Inhale, roll the spine up, and
5 more shoulder circles back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Inhale, hands reach up overhead. I'm going to mirror you here. So drop your left hand to the left side. Reach the right hand up and over for a side bend. If you need to feel more supported in the side bend, you could always take the bottom hand, the left hand, to the side of the chair for support or to the hip. Keep the heart center lifted and send the gaze up to the sky. Don't collapse down to the floor. We want to keep the shoulders square to our front. Engage your core, breathe and rise up. Exhale, drop the right hand to the right side, reach the left hand up and over. And again, let the gaze track up so our heart center stays lifted. Breathe deeply. One more time each side. Inhale up, find length. Exhale, carry the length and the aliveness in the fingers into the side bend. Breathe in, push into the ground with the feet, lift yourself up, and exhale, left arm reaches once again. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, twist to your right. Left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand sweeps behind, and you can take a hold of the back of the chair depending on what type of chair you have, or you could let the arm reach all the way over to the other side. Continue to lift up through the crown of the head, and with each exhale, can you send the gaze a little bit further behind you? Continue to check in with the knees here. Very easy to let the knees track in, especially when we have the left hand on the outside of the right knee. So keep knees hips distance apart here. Take a full breath in. Exhale, slowly unwind. Come back to center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand sweeps behind, take a hold of the back of the chair, the other side of the chair, anywhere that's accessible for you to find a little contact point to then breathe into the twist. Send the eyes as far back behind you as they can go. Maybe you even feel a stretch in the eye sockets. Deep breath in. Lift up through the top of the head. Exhale, slowly unwind. Come back to center. Excellent. Hands stay right above the knees. Inhale, shift yourself forward, similar to what we did in the beginning of our session, but we're going to add a rotation in. Exhale, chin to chest, circle around. So pick a direction that you want to rotate in. Begin to move. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let this movement be free. So if you want to add the shoulders in a little bit more, you want to get the elbows in there, maybe you want to add the head in. Just go with the flow. If this movement feels awkward for you, that's okay. Just let yourself move freely. And know that if you experience any sharp or shooting pain, then maybe that's a movement to avoid. Inhale forward, exhale back. The next time you're forward, reverse direction, circle yourself the other way. And you might notice that moving one way feels more natural than the other. I know that's true for myself. So just let yourself move in whatever way feels comfortable for you, and we're just trying to keep the breath with movement. So we're inhaling forward and exhaling back. One more time. Now inhale up to a straight spine. Get the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale the shoulders up. Lots of tension. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Release. Inhale up. Release. One more time. Inhale up. Release. Excellent. Breathe in, reach the hands up. Exhale, fold forward over the bent legs. Now a few options here. If it's comfortable for you to reach all the way down, maybe you can relax the upper body over the lower body with the hands reaching down towards the feet or the floor. Now, if that's not comfortable for you and it's too much of a forward fold for you, you can stack the forearms one on top of the other and give yourself a little support here, whether that's resting the forehead on the forearms or letting the upper body stay lifted above the lower body. So you can decide what type of forward fold feels best for you and what part of the body you would like to target within this forward fold. Find your chosen position and let yourself relax here. If you can, release the head down towards the feet or the floor. Feel some lengthening in the neck. Deep breathing. If you notice any areas of tension, any areas that are clenching, whether that's the back, the shoulders, the hips, see if just for a moment you can actively release just by sending the breath there and just by bringing attention to those areas of tension. Take a breath in, slowly roll the spine up. 5 more shoulder circles back for 5. Inhale up, back for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. From here, let's take the feet out wide. So toes are out to the corners, heels in. Scoot yourself up to the edge of your seat. Hands are above the knees still. Shift yourself forward, take a breath in, lift the heart. On the exhale, drop your left shoulder over to the right side and take a look over the right shoulder. Now I'm pushing on the inside of the left leg with the left hand as a little hip opener for our inner thighs here. You might be a little more folded forward, you might be more lifted depending on your range of motion. But regardless of what you choose, with each exhale, can you gaze over your right shoulder just a little bit more? Take a breath in, back to center, back is flat, heart lifted. Exhale, drop the right shoulder over toward the left side, look over the left shoulder, and again, I'm gently pressing the inner right knee away from me to stretch the adductors, those inner thigh muscles. Inhale, come back to center, and let's see if we can adjust ourselves to get the elbows right in the inner crooks of the knees here. So again, looking at that from the side, back is flat. If you feel as though you're rounding a lot to get to that contact point, you can stay lifted and just take the hands to the inner thighs. This is a modified Malasana posture. And we're just going to continue to shift our weight forward, hinge at the waist, and push on the inner knees to open up our inner thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let's fold forward over the wide knees. Let yourself release down towards the floor. Again, if you need to stay lifted here, we're just shifting the weight forward, and if you can, relax the head. You'll find in these forward folds while seated that the legs stay very engaged here. So you might feel the quadriceps and the glutes fired up. That's totally normal. Let yourself generate a little bit of heat in the lower body, a little bit of strength. And if possible, we're pushing down evenly with the inner and outer foot. If we don't push down with the inner foot, you'll notice that the knees start tracking in and will begin to collapse inwards. So keep the integrity in the lower body. Feel nice and strong. Take a deep breath in, push into the ground with the feet, and we're going to roll the spine up. And you guessed it, 5 more shoulder circles back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Excellent. Adjust the feet back to facing forward, hips distance apart. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead, palms face forward. On the exhale, spread the fingers wide, and as if you were scraping the wall behind you, slowly draw the elbows in towards the body. Keep the tension across the heart center, shoulder blades hugged together in the back body. We're going to scrape the fingers all the way down until they reach the ground. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fingers are alive. Open up the heart center. Feel the shoulders stretch. Trace it all the way down. Last time, breathe in. And exhale, open up the heart center. Beautiful. Next, we're going to take the right hand straight out in front of us and do a couple stretches for the forearms and for the wrists. So this is great if you're working at an office, doing a lot of computer work, or even a lot of writing and need to open up the hands a bit. So right hand is straight out in front. Take the left hand out in front and then flip the fingers down so the palm is facing you. Take palm to palm and then slowly draw the fingers on the right hand back towards you as you keep extending through the heel of the right hand. If you do any sort of gardening, knitting, activities that have fine motor skills with the hands, this is a great stretch. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Shake it out a little bit. And I like to do side to side shakes and then up and down shakes. Side to side, up and down. Side to side, up and down. There we go. Now time for the left hand. Left hand straight out in front with the palm facing away from you. Take the right hand in front, but flip the fingers towards you so the palm faces down. Take palm to palm and then pull the fingers on the left hand back towards the face as you press through the heel. So this is very similar to flexing the foot if we were stretching the hamstrings, but now we're getting our forearms and our wrists. And if you can, make sure you get the thumb in there too. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release, and let's shake side to side. And up and down. Side to side. And up and down. One more time, side to side, up and down. I like to do this at red lights, especially if I've been stuck in traffic and gripping the steering wheel really tightly. So it's a great little release for the hands. From here, we're going to come to a standing position and do a few different postures that utilize the chair from standing. From the standing position, take your hands to the back of your chair and know that you could also do this posture up against the wall with the palms flat on the wall. Begin to walk the feet out and take the head right between the elbows. Imagine that the body could make the shape of an L. Imagine that you were pressing the armpits down towards the floor with the pelvis rotating away from the midline. Check in with the knees and make sure they're not hyperextended. Give yourself soft knees, a little micro bend. And breathe deeply. This posture is very similar to downward dog, but from a standing position. Just as we might pedal the feet and walk the dog in downward dog, you can also do the same thing here by bending one knee and bending the other. You can lift one heel and lift the other, or just shift the weight from one foot to the other. And just be careful, we don't want to hyperextend the knees, especially on the foot that is more straight. Now come back to your center, both feet flat on the ground. Center the left foot so that it's bisecting the feet of the chair. Push into the ground with the left foot, take a big breath in and lift the right foot up off the ground. It's okay if you're only lifting the foot an inch or two up off the floor, just whatever is accessible to you. See if you can flex the right foot, right toes face down. A little bend in the left leg to protect the left knee, and we come into a supported warrior three. Big breath in, lift the right leg a little higher, and exhale, switch the feet. Right foot takes the place of the left, root down with the right foot, a little bend in the right knee, big breath in, and lift the left foot up off the ground. Continue to have the hips facing forward rather than opening the hips up to one side. Take a breath in. Lift the left heel and exhale back down. Bend the knees, walk the feet in towards the chair and slowly rise up to a standing position. Take the toes out to the corners, heels in. We're just going to do a little bit of twisting, a little gentle twisting just to release the arms and the shoulders after that standing posture. Now come back to your center, and you can use the hands on the chair here for support as well for a hamstring stretch. So we're going to start by rooting down with the left foot and take the right foot forward, very short stance, short enough so that both feet are still facing forward. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, send the hips back and begin to fold forward over the right leg. You may not need support on the chair here, and in that case, you could take hands to the hips and keep folding forward. Maybe the hands can reach down towards the feet or the floor for support, or maybe you continue to use the chair. So again, hips are being sent back, both feet are flat on the floor, and you'll begin to feel a deep stretch in the right hamstring, the back of the right leg. Put your forearms on the back of the chair here, have a nice supported hamstring stretch, and breathe deep. Hips continue to face forward. It's very common to let the hips open up to the side of the front foot, so keep yourself squared off. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Bend the right knee, and then gently step the left foot up to meet the right as you rise up. Let's switch feet. Step the right foot back, short stance, both feet face forward. Take a breath in, lift the heart. On the exhale, we hinge at the waist, send the hips back, and begin to fold forward over the left leg. Keep a little bend in the left knee. We don't want to be hyperextended or locked out. And then let yourself relax into the hamstring stretch. Feel free to take hands to hips, to the floor, to the feet. Use your chair. And notice how this side feels compared to the other. Oftentimes we have one hamstring that's a lot more tight than the other. And it's always good to keep that in mind as we move through our yoga practice, because sometimes what's accessible on one side isn't accessible on the other. And that's good information to know and to be aware of. Take a full breath in, let it out. Gently rise up, and as you do, bend the left knee and step up safely back to standing. Now we're going to come back to a seated position just to close our session. Make your way back to the chair, and again, scoot yourself up enough so that you can have the feet flat on the floor. Maybe this time around you'd like to try the mudra of palms up rather than palms down. Palms down is grounding energy, and palms up is looking to receive information, whether that's clarity for a situation that we're experiencing in our life, clarity towards a relationship issue. So palms up or palms down, you decide. Close the eyes, soften the gaze, take a big breath in, and let it all out. Give yourself a final moment of centering before you move on with the rest of your day. I invite you to set an intention in this final moment of stillness. A thought or a feeling that you would like to cultivate. Something that would serve you as you move on with the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Let it all soften here. Shoulders away from the ears, muscles of the face relax. And energetically, what would it feel like if you took on the energetic quality of relaxation in this seated posture? Join your hands together at your heart center. Take a moment to embody a full body smile. Feel the corners of the lips rise. Feel the corners of the eyes rise. Feel your whole being lifted as you take a full inhale. And as you exhale, you can gently bow to yourself or to anyone in your life that needs loving kindness sent to them. Thank you for joining me today. I wish you namaste. Namaste.